Yeah, good morning, 10th D.
Good morning, ma'am.
Yeah,
Good morning, mom.
today we are beginning with the PPT show on the chapter The Proposal, written by Anton Chekhov. Bhavya, begin with your
Yes,
PPT.
okay, ma'am. Introduction to the chapter. The Proposal is a comedy drama that is based on the tendency of two wealthy families who seek ties with each other to increase their estates by encouraging marriage that would improve their wealth. About the author. The author of The Proposal, a class 10, is Anton Chekhov. Anton Chekhov was born on 29th January 1816 in the Russian Empire. His father, Pavel Yegrovich Chekhov, was a physically abusive man, whereas his mother, Yevgenia, was a fantastic storyteller who loved telling stories to the young children and entertaining them. Russian wedding traditions. A traditional Russian wedding can last between 2 days and 1 week. The celebration involves dancing, singing, toasting, and banqueting. The best man and the maid of honor are called witness or civility in Russian. The ceremony and the ring exchange take place on the first day of the wedding. It involves an introduction of the couple's families, mingling, a meal, and dances or other performances. Explanation of the chapter. The play begins with Ivan Lomov, who visited Stefan Chibukov, a wealthy neighbor of Lomov. Lomov was a wealthy person himself who was dressed neatly and had to come to seek Chibukov's 25-year-old daughter, Natalia Stepanova, hand in marriage. Lomov was a 35-year-old gentleman who suffered from severe heart throbbing and became upset easily. He thought that Natalia was an excellent housekeeper, a well educated and average looking woman who would be ideal partner to marry. However, when Chubukov heard about the proposal, he was glad and embraced Lomov. He immediately rushed inside to call his daughter Natalia. As Lomov spoke about his land, oxen meadows, there was a dispute amongst the property. Natalia objected that the land belonged to her family. Lomov yelled back, stating that the land belonged to him. Both of them had a heated argument on this topic until Lomov had a sudden palpitation attack with numbness on his feet. In no time, Natalia's father Chubukov arrived and the father-daughter duo started abusing Lomov. Feeling insulted, Lomov rushed out of the house. As Chubukov continued to defame the young man, he accidentally mentioned to Natalia about Lomov's marriage proposal. Hearing this, Natalia immediately regretted insulting Lomov and asked her father to bring him back. Chubukov rushed out of the house immediately to call Lomov. When the young man returned, Natalia started a conversation about their dogs. In no time, a second round of debate ensues between her and Lomov, where she mentioned that her dog Squeezer was better than Lomov's guess. All three people began quarreling, and soon Lomov fainted with another attack of palpitation. Seeing this, Natalia asked her father to wake up Lomov as she expressed her desire that she liked him too. Suddenly, when Lomov made a movement, they offered him some water to drink, and Chubukov put Natalia's hand over his hand. They agreed to marry, but the quarrel persisted as Natalia said that Squeezer was better than Guess. However, Lomov was adamant and refused to accept that his dog, Guess, was worse than Squeezer, Natalia's dog. The curtain went down as the verbal fight continued among the characters. Conclusion of the chapter The Proposal. In the chapter, the proposal displayed the quarrelsome nature of the characters of the play and how a wealthy family ruthlessly encouraged marriage with another wealthier family as a means to enhance their economic condition.
It's very well
Thank you.
presented. Very well presented, Bhavya. Others, have you understood the presentation of the chapter? If you liked it, raise your
Yes, ma'am.
hand. Yeah, raise your hand. All right, let us discuss the PPT. Okay, who would love to mention the character of Natalia? Akshara. Akshara, comment on the character of Natalia in the chapter.
Ma'am, she was very argumentative and dispute with one another, and she she was very possessive of her things.
Only this much. Manjari,
Natalia was the daughter of Stephen Stevanovich Chubukov, and when his father told her that uh, Ivan Lomov have come to ask her hand in marriage, she first of all went there to talk to Lomov, and then when they were having a discussion, they suddenly Lomov talked about Oxen Meadows, and they had a very heated discussion about the disputed property. When they proceeded to talk about, they resolved this issue. But when again they talked about something, they started talking about their dogs, and they again had a heated discussion. But at the end, somehow they resolved the issue and they married.
it was the character sketch of Natalia. Then you should have used the pronoun she. She and her father, she and her neighbor, isn't it, children? It's a very big mistake when you present the character sketch like she said they. And in the question, it was the character sketch of Natalia. She and her father, she and her neighbor Lomo. Got it, everybody? Okay. Who can state the humorous incidents from the PPT presented by Bhavya? It's a comedian play, it's a humorous play, isn't it? Though all the three characters kept on quarreling with each other, but finally the proposal was fruitified, right? So, who would like to throw some light on the humor in the chapter? Everybody, turn on your camera, please. Turn on your camera. Yeah. Soha, what would you say? Turn on your camera, everyone. I don't like it. When you are attending the online class, it's an online protocol that your camera should be on. Otherwise, you'll be marked for 0 for your attendance. Remember this. Yeah, Soha, what do you say? Manya, Sanvi, there's no humor in the chapter, beta. Sanvi,
Ma'am, according to me, the humorous incident must have been when they finalized on getting married, even after having two heated conversations, very
yes.
heated conversations, one about their disputed property, Oxen Meadows, and the other about who has a better dog.
Yeah, yeah. Most humorous part of the chapter is this only, and come to the second humorous part of the chapter. Tanya Chaudhary. See, when the proposal was forgotten and then remembered, while the father and daughter they were arguing about their neighbor, quarreling about their neighbor, he suddenly remembered that he had come to propose Natalia, and then she
Natalia.
wanted him back. She cried, isn't it? That is also the humor in the chapter. And as soon as he regained his consciousness, they started quarreling again, like with the same question whose dog was better. So
Better
their
squeezer or guess.
marital life again started with a quarrel only. So, okay, who would like to compare and contrast the beginning with the ending of the chapter?